Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Now that we're home and everything's kind of relaxed and I pretty much unpacked everything, I am going to talk about Mourning Musume's KOKORO&KARADA concert that I got to experience in the Sendai Sun Plaza Hall in the Miyagi Prefecture. We got to go see Mourning Musume again, which I was really happy about. My friend Aika was able to get us tickets, and I want to kind of just break down my experience with the concert and a few of the numbers that they performed. So when we got there, the first thing that went through my head was, wow, there's a lot of Ayumi support here. And then I remembered that that is her home prefecture. So it took me a few minutes and I was looking around and I saw a lot of purple, obviously, because, you know, everybody loves Sakura. And I saw like pockets of like yellow, pockets of green, but then just tons and tons of blue. And I was like, wow, there's so much Ayumi support. And actually during the first MC, when they came out and they introduced themselves, Ayumi said, Tadaima, and the entire venue yelled out Okaeri. And it was really cool to experience that sense of camaraderie, and everyone was just so thrilled to be there. The opening song obviously is a brand new single which hasn't been released yet. There were different points in the song that were really fun. The stage was lit up half red, half blue, and they really played up the idea of heart and body. So like in the opening BTR, there was like a heart that would show up, and then on the other side it was like a body like swirling around, and the song would jump in between, showing different members with this red border around them, and you know, it had the lyrics as it usually does for the new songs, and it would kind of play up either being a lyric about heart or about body. So that was cool. Like the visuals were really fun. I just don't terribly remember the song. During Seishun Say Aha, do you have to be pooping right now, sir? So the energy was really high the entire concert, and it was especially noticeable during Seishun Say Aha, and it actually was to the point where there were a couple people that I was sitting next to, and it was these two slightly older gentlemen, and they were marveling at how much energy was in the room. Nobody was missing a beat, and glow sticks were just flying in the air. And I heard even the people that were behind me just like marveling at it, to the point where in the second or third MC, I think it was the third one, Miki actually commented about how high the energy was and how great it felt. So the energy was really high, and it was a really cool experience, because when I went to the Yokohama concert for my vision, the energy was fine. It wasn't like super high, it wasn't really crazy. It seemed like the people in the front were the ones having the most fun. Pretty much everybody on the balcony levels were just kind of like, hey, 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 where like people were jumping around me. It was incredible. So during the second MC, it featured Sakura and Ayumi, and I think they were really just trying to get Ayumi to the forefront, since the entire crowd was really there to just support her. And it featured Homare and Rio. From what I can gather of my kind of choppy Japanese knowledge, it sounded like Sakura asked Ayumi to do a sexy phrase. So she kind of walked off to the side and then did a really slow walk while talking in kind of a deeper voice and looking at the crowd, just like, you know, doing that really demure thing. And then they asked Homare and Rio to do the same thing and to do some type of sexy phrase. And when it got to the next MC, they asked Mei, who was not involved in that previous MC, they asked her to do something, but it was slightly different. So then the three of them all did like their sexy phrase, and then Sakura teased Ayumi and changed the rules, and it sounded like she told her to do some type of scenario where she was in like a delicious dream. And so Ayumi's like talking and being really silly, and then she like takes a sip of something, and I couldn't catch what it was. So then in the next MC, Sakura said, you know, do another delicious dream. And Ayumi pretty much did exactly what she did before. She changed a few words and then she took a sip of whatever it was. And that's what they had Mei do as well, is they had her do something as if she were in a delicious dream, and she got really embarrassed. And out of the new gen, I really love all of them just from what I've seen. They were really talented just right off the get-go. They performed Tsukina Senpai and they were so incredible, so strong vocally, such big personalities and presences, and everyone in the crowd really seemed to respond to Mei, so I feel like she's probably going to get a push into the center very, very soon. So we did the night concert and I thought we were gonna get the B pattern, and we actually got the A pattern, which I was really excited that we got that pattern because I wanted to hear Daite Hold On Me, and it didn't disappoint at all. It was really, really fun. And also we got to hear the piece. I love Koi no Dance Site, which is in the B pattern. Love it as a concept, as a song, but I love the piece even more, and I really wanted to hear it at some point live. And it was really, really fun to jump around and sing along with them. I will say that it kind of felt like some of the audience members didn't really know how to respond to it because it wasn't the updated version. So when the piece came on, even Daite Hold On Me, people didn't really seem to know some of the chants. They didn't really seem to know some of the words. Daite Hold On Me had a little bit more energy than the piece did, which I thought was weird. I thought that may be a song that everybody would know, but there were quite a few people to the left of me that didn't really seem to know any of the words. Rock no Tegi was fantastic. After seeing Katie and Reina live, I'm absolutely a Reina stan. Completely. She won me over. I love her voice, I love her energy, I love her personality on stage. She's really, really fun, and they did a really fantastic job. But I did feel really bad for Chisaki because I think I counted 3 white glow sticks in the venue. There were quite a few people who were rooting for a little bit of everybody, and I saw a good handful of different colors in the audience. If they weren't blue, I saw quite a few other ones, but I think I only saw like 3 for Chisaki, and I felt kind of bad for her because even during the MC she kind of just seemed a little bit checked out. That was something that I noticed. During Ame no Furanai, it was really emotional, I think, for the entire audience because just 2 or 3 days before, the typhoon had rolled through, Typhoon Hagibis, and there was so much destruction, and it actually canceled one of the concerts because of the damage that was done just to the area and to the trains not operating because of that. And you know, the idea of the song, I think a lot of people were feeling kind of emotional, and so it was a really strong number, and I think the girls really put a lot of energy and heart into it. Miki was the one who played the piano. She was fantastic. I really enjoyed seeing live piano playing on a stage, especially for an idol group. The medley was astounding. I love How Do You Like Japan? It's one of my favorite songs, and they were having a lot of fun really getting into it. They were playing with the mics in ways that I haven't seen in the past, so when it finally gets released in its DVD form, I think people are going to really enjoy the medley. Chokan 2 was fantastic. If my memory is serving me correctly, I don't think it's been performed since Single Daisenshu, and it was just really cool to rock out to that song. And surprisingly, there were a lot of people in the audience who kind of knew what they were supposed to do. The 2 gentlemen that were next to me, they had been chanting through all of like the newer songs, but when it got to like Daite Hold On Me and The Piece and Chokan, like they really didn't seem to know the songs very well, and they were kind of just like, you know, either they weren't fans of them or they didn't know them. But during Chokan, they seemed really really Confucian, and in any case, it was really fun. And then during the encore portion, instead of yelling encore, everybody was shouting for Ayumi. So during that time, it was just a sea of blue glow sticks, and I so badly wanted to take a video or take a picture or something, but I was deathly afraid of getting in trouble. But my friend who was with me took a sneaky picture. I think I posted it on Twitter. If you want to go back, I made a thread about the concert, so you can go back and try to find that picture. But it was so cool to see a glow stick ocean in one particular color. It was really cool, and the energy was insane. I can't even describe how cool that energy was. Much like with Kokoro and Karada, I don't particularly remember the hook to Hey Unfair Baby. I have a lot of questions like, why is the baby unfair? What did it do? But it was fun. I enjoyed the energy of it. The crowd really seemed to respond well to the energy. Everyone seemed to get pretty good amounts of lines, and you can definitely 100% tell that it's a Sunku song. It's got a lot of that vibe that he likes to write. So I think when that finally comes out, I think people are gonna enjoy it. That was my favorite of the two, just from my experience in the concert, but that might change once I can actually sit down and listen to them a few times and really pay more attention to them, rather than in the environment of a concert where we're really just so wrapped up in that high energy. Station Night was the final song, which that is such a bop, and it's such a good song, and I enjoy it a lot, and the audience was just having a blast with it during that number. Those are the best costumes in the entire concert. They were a little more casual, but they were the best ones, so they really kind of followed costuming wise the kind of darker tones that we've been seeing. So it's very Platinum Musume in my opinion, but the final outfits were the best ones. There was one outfit that was a little more colorful, and it almost looked flamenco style, and it had a floral pattern on it. Those ones were really fun, and I enjoyed those a lot. That was during the generation segments. So this is my final thoughts. I had a really, really fun time. It was a great experience. I got my Mourning Musume glow stick, which I'm really, really, really happy about. So it says Mourning Musume all over it, and it says Mourning Musume 19. I'm so happy because last time at the Yokohama concert, they were completely sold out, so I didn't get any. But I got one this time, and I was successfully able to take it through TSA. I think before I was definitely Sakura only stan. Like, I still love Sakura. I think she's super talented, and I love her. I think after this concert, I kind of shifted into Ayumi stan, and I think it was developing in the My Vision tour, because when I saw her, I was like, wow, she is so fierce, so fabulous, and Sakura is so like put together and like flawless, and just is like this TP, a total package. But Ayumi just has this personality that radiates out of her, whereas Sakura, I think, is just so perfect that she doesn't really allow her kind of goofy self to come out, where Ayumi just is kind of a goofball all the time. And that energy, along with her being a great singer and a great dancer and just having this fabulous personality, I think I really shifted to Ayumi stan, especially since My Vision, I had to get a blue glow stick because they were completely out of Sakura's, and then this time I was in Ayumi's home prefecture and it was all blue again. So I think the stars are guiding me that way, on top of me already kind of feeling that she was fabulous. So I think Ayumi's my number one right now, Sakura following at number 2, and then Reina jumped into number 3. After this concert, she was just like, she jumped all the way up to the top. And at the very end, there was a bunch of merch everywhere, and I actually got my favorite CD, which is the Jumaime album. I have all the songs that I've downloaded, but I didn't have the actual CD, and they had it there, and they had it for sale randomly at this booth, and I saw it, and I was like, that one, that's the one that I need. That's my favorite generation of Mourning Musume. It's my favorite album. Every song is a bop. So I was really glad to have that. I got the KOKORO&KARADA t-shirt, which is like a crimson one. It's in laundry right now, so I need to wash it, otherwise I would show it to you. And then I think I got a couple poster cards, and then I got the one big one that had all the members on it. So it was just a really fun experience, and I'm glad I got to go. Thank you so much for watching, and I am going to be posting more on my Japan adventures. If you would like to see those, that will be on this channel as well. So thank you for watching. Bye.